Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fall River Media News. I'm just, the reason for me going live today. The families, the families that the family of the Trump shooting victim was speaking out on 02/18. Today, I want to read what they, what they were speaking out on. So the family members of Corey, commentator of the victim of a shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania over the weekend, are speaking out over the loss of their loved one. I just teared up thinking my brother had to go through the same thing that I had to go through 30 years ago. When my son killed, said Tom Foreman, uncle of the victim. It is a terrible tragedy for the parents to lose their child. Foreman speaks with KCAL News from his ranch in Menfree, where he spoke of the pain that his family back home in Pennsylvania is telling after his nephew was killed when a gunman opened fire. Tragedy. Former President Donald Trump's an assassination attempt. He was unlikely to be hit by one of the bullets, Foreman said. I think he was killed instantly and taken out of the stand. Tater, who is his brother, stepson, was one of the 6 family members that Foreman had at Trump's rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on Saturday. He was killed like a son. He was like a son to him, Foreman recalled. A really son, my brother, had some accident where he couldn't get up a ladder during anything higher, and Corey would come over and help. A volunteer firefighter who married his high school sweetheart and was a loving father to 2 young girls, say that he died protecting his family from the gunfire. When he heard the shots, he just dove over his wife and daughter to protect them, Foreman said. He has a firefighter and knows his job is to save lives, and I think it was just an instinct when he heard the shots. He hit the ground to protect his loved ones. While he still struggles to understand why it happened, he doesn't believe that the incident will bring he believes that the incident will bring change to the nation. This kind of a hateful campaign going back and forth, calling each another names, he said. I think that's going to change. We got to come together in a campaign like we should. Funeral arrangements have not yet been organized, but Foreman is thinking that his nephew is being honored like a hero he was. Look at that. Imagine that. Just like a hero like he was. He shielded his family. He did. And a hero. He's a hero. A hero like he is. He shielded his family. He protect his wife. He protect his daughter. Tragedies like this shouldn't be happening anywhere. It shouldn't be tragedies like this. I think sometimes, when two candidates like Joe and Donald Trump, they go at it, fight back and forth on the issues, but nobody in the world, if you, like I said, if you hate a candidate, if you don't like a candidate, you don't have to vote for him. You don't have to vote for anybody. Because, when you hate somebody, people commit these heinous acts. And it's not right. It's not right to do so. And I hope everyone learned from this. I hope all the politicians learn from this tragedy that happened to a volunteer firefighter that got taken out and died as a hero. Another brother from the Fall River, from another brother from the fire union.
That was in Buffalo. He was from Buffalo, New York.
He was from New York. And it's a terrible thing that happened. And I hope to God that it would never happen again. Politicians, mayors, city councilors, governors, presidents, we need to come together as one person. If you have an issue, talk about it. Find solutions. The fighting, calling names to each other. Spectate other people. Being hateful to others. It's not a good thing. I think about, wow. Jeez, why does people hate each other? Why? Is it worth it? I mean, it's not worth it. Maybe to you it is, but to me it's not worth it. People have the right to vote. People have the right to speak on a candidate that they're supporting. And when somebody commits a heinous act against a former president because they've either been bullied in school, that's no excuse. You know? But hey, a volunteer firefighter from New York City was killed that day. And I'm going to tell you, we can't have any more fighting anymore. We're fighting against each other. That's what's going on here. We're fighting against each other. We are not the enemy. We are not the enemy. We are an American people. We're not the enemy. And for that 20-year-old that used that AR-15, we still haven't yet found where he got it from yet. But, and for the Secret Service that waited 3 minutes, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't know what happened with that. You know what I'm saying? They waited 3 minutes. And it's pretty much, it's probably going to be under a review. So we don't know yet until I find out. But Trump was at the RNC yesterday convention for the Republican convention. Yes, he does have a patch over his ear. That should have never happened. And why was the stage 60 feet away from the building? Why was it? I mean, nobody has any answers for that. You know what I'm saying? And nobody has the answers. How come nobody noticed a 20-year-old with a AR-15 coming on the floor? A lot of questions to answer, and I'm hoping that we'll get those answers very soon. We had metal detectors. We had sharpshooters on the roof. But did Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, did he have enough Secret Services with him? There should have been a lot of Secret Services. Those grounds should have been covered. Nothing should have been open. The whole entire ground should have been covered. Okay? And again, I mean, this whole nation is shook up about it. The whole nation. And it's it's sad. But like I said, my prayers go out to the volunteer firefighter from New York City, the one that got hit in the head with the bullet, and so I mean, and I hope this tragedy does not happen again. I hope not, because it's awful, and the whole country is stunned by this tragedy and act because of a kid was bullied in school. Me and making fun of his classmate, his former classmate, even said it. I think on RSBN, and but it's no excuse. If you're being bullied in school, again, there's a lot of help out there, man. And parents should be talking to their kids about it. I'm not a counselor, but I know something about bullying. I'm anti-bullying. I don't like when people go around bullying people because it's not right. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically not right for someone to go out there and bully somebody, make fun of their clothes, make fun of their hair, make fun of the way they look, laugh at them. That's bullying. In my point, it's bullying. You know? And you know what? Let me tell you something. Nobody's putting the blame on anybody. Democrats, we're not putting the blame on the Democrats. Democrats are not putting the blame on the Republicans. So nobody out there should be, I mean, I've been hearing a lot about it when I'm out there. But nobody should be putting the blame on anybody. Okay? And nobody shouldn't be putting the blame on. Well, the only thing is we're trying to find out still. You know what I'm saying? Who gave him that AR-15? That's what we're trying to find out. So I mean, we're not trying to put blame on anybody, but tragedies like this shouldn't even happen to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you are, the president, the governor, the lieutenant governor, mayor, city council. Shouldn't happen to anybody. It shouldn't. Again, just a reminder, if you don't like a candidate, you don't have to vote for him. You don't. You don't have to vote. Don't vote for him if you don't like him. Okay? Everybody's got their own preference. Who they want to vote for. You know what I'm saying? And people shouldn't be hating on somebody. Oh, I don't like this candidate, or I don't like that candidate. Hey, I don't like Joe Biden. Okay? I like Donald Trump. Some people like Donald Trump, some people like Joe Biden. Okay? It is what it is. If a candidate gets in for president, it is what it is. And I don't want to hear no more about it. Until the next couple of years. Probably be over by then. Fighting, calling people names, bullying people is not the answer to anybody's problems. When you go around and do that to other people, it just gets worse. You know what I'm saying? And we want things to get better. We want peace. Okay, we want peace. And we are going to get peace, because that's what we want. We don't condone violence in our community. So no violence in our community. Again, even in our neighborhoods, we don't like violence at all. If you don't like a candidate, then don't vote for him. I've said this many times. And it's disturbing. already. You know, our forefathers, okay, built the Constitution of the United States. And let me tell you, you know something? People have the right for freedom of expression. They have the right to assemble. They have the right to do whatever they want to a certain point. But we can't have violence anymore. You know? We can't. No more violence. I don't want to hear any excuses. Oh, the Republicans, the Democrats, this one, that one. If you don't like a candidate, you don't have to vote for him. That's the bottom line. You know, if you want to vote for Trump, you vote for Trump. If you don't want to vote for Trump, then you don't have to vote for Trump. I like Trump because I'm going to vote for Trump. My family likes Trump. We're going to vote for Trump. That's because I'm a Republican and also a conservative. And also on a committee. I'm on a committee. I'm chair of the committee. My wife is vice chair of the committee. And let me tell you, I don't care, either way. But we just want to make things better for our country. I don't care either way. Okay? You know, when you go out, when you go and commit acts like that, I mean, you gotta have something upstairs that must have a screw loose somewhere. Oh, I've been bullied in school. They make fun of me. They laugh at my clothes. This is what the other kid, okay, was saying about his former classmates. They made fun of him. They made fun of his clothes. They made fun of his hair. They made fun of him the way he looked. I mean, parents didn't recognize that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, honestly, if you see a kid quiet, I'd be right on top of that right away. Saying, hey, what's going on? Anybody bothering you in school? And hoping that he would actually say something. Because sometimes kids or young adults seem to bottle things up inside a lot. And that's no good. That's why we have counseling, psychiatrists and everything. That's why we have counseling in school. To talk to your kids about whatever is bothering them. I'm not a counselor, but I'm a dad also. I'm a dad, I'm a stepdad. And I love being a dad. To all my kids, even my real ones. Even my biological, even my step. And you know something? And when a father gets shot at a Trump rally, that bothers me. Because I probably would have done the same thing to shield my wife, shield my kids, and sacrifice myself just to make sure that they're okay. I'd have done. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're at a Trump rally. You're sitting in the bleachers, right? And a kid comes walking in with an AR-15, not knowing where he got it from, not knowing how he got through metal detectors. It's sad. I mean, you know, we're not going to forget this. You know what I'm saying? This nation is not going to forget. The people in this nation is not going to forget what happened. Okay? And united with Israel, hostages were safe. They were released. That was a breaking news just a little while ago. I have my phone with me, so I get breakings all the time on this situation here. So I'm gonna pull it down. United with Israel, hostages and family were released by Sinwar under the increasing pressure to the end of war for billionaires, cutting off millions of lives, languages, colleges, and ammunition and antisemity. Yeah. Well, so I mean, I'm just reading that. Yeah. So united with Israel. So hostages and families. They're united with Israel now. So they've been released. Let me see if I can open up this thing a little bit and read some more of this stuff going on here. Let me see here. Hostages and families were released with new pictures of daughters and captivity by the IDF, likely killed Hamas. The chief peace between the Israel Lebanon is near. J.D. Vance, why is the U.S. should care about Israel? Well, I mean, we should care about Israel. I mean, it doesn't. It matters. We should care about Israel. Let's visit the website and see what more should be actually more going on here. So yeah, we should. Let me see this. All right, it's just videos and stuff that's basically going on here. Watch J.D. Vance. Why is the U.S. should care about Israel? Well, we should care about Israel. You know what I'm saying? We should care about everybody. Okay? We should. Israel is part, of the United. We help Israel out when they need guns, planes, and stuff like that. So we do. But hey, these are the families that were released. These pictures from first day captivity. There we go. Good. Pictures, families. Let me see if I can blow up these pictures up a little bit and see here. Yeah, these are the pictures right here that they were released right here from Israel, Hamas, right there. Thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But yeah, it's a sad thing. You know what I'm saying? And the family shares a photo with members of the media during a press conference at the headquarters of the former and the Tel Aviv by Amila Bootbull JNS, families of 5 families, Israel Defense Forces soldiers abducted by Hamas on October 7th, release new photos, their daughters on Tuesday. And let's see here. And the images are released by the hostage and missing families. Former show Lori Elabag, Karen Arivio, something like that. These are weird names. Yeah, so they've been released and they're okay, and and I'm glad that they had release. They released them January 16th, 2024. So, if anybody's into, let's see this, I'll probably end up sharing it. The family photos. Yeah, I'll share the family photos. Just go to my page and you'll see it. Photos been shared. Done. Done. And but like I was saying,
Jake, that's what we're doing tonight.
I'm coming. So, but like I said, it's a tragedy with that Fall River firefighter. I mean, not the New York firefighter. He is the volunteer. He's a dad. You know what I'm saying? And as a dad, my heart and soul goes out to him. You know what I'm saying? And his family. But it's people shouldn't be fighting. People should be coming together as one person. I don't care what side you're on. You come together and you talk about the issues instead of just blank out. This candidate is this candidate is that. You know what I'm saying? What is that when people call people names all the time? Okay? When people call people names all the time. Okay? I mean, it's childish. Yes, it is. No candidate should be doing that. Yeah, well, I mean, Biden, forget it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's, he lost the debate with Trump with his blah, 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 blah. He had marbles in his mouth, something. God knows, he's an old guy. What is he, about 80 years old? 80, 81 maybe? I think he was my dad's age. I'm not sure. But Trump is what, 78, going to be 79? Of course. One day we're all going to reach that age. You know what I'm saying? So, but, people should be able to stand out, whether if you have a Trump flag or a Biden flag. People should be able to. People should be able to wear hats, says Trump on it, like I do, without being afraid. We don't condone violence in the United States. Okay? That's rule number 1. Okay? Rule number 2, okay? Stop the violence in the United States. And that goes for governors. That goes for presidents. That goes for city government. That goes for mayors and city councils and lieutenant governors. And governors. Stop the violence, man. Let people be free to say what they want to an extent without violence. Without violence. Don't misquote me. Without it, people need to be safe when they walk the streets of Fall River, or if you're walking the streets of Taunton, or if you're walking the streets of New Bedford, anywhere. People should not be afraid. Stop the violence. It's not the answer to anybody's question. Anybody. We have woke people out there. I get it. We have a lot of woke people out there. We also have Karens out there that like to complain. Yeah. That is, yeah. We even have Karens out there. We have woke people out there. Need to stop the violence. That's what we need. Stop it. Okay? There's no need to commit violence in the United States. There's no need of it. So, I mean, read my lips. No need of it. You know, I mean, people get hurt. RNC is live coverage. Top watch. RNC is live coverage right now. Another episode of the RNC right now. The Republican convention is live right now. So I want to actually, let me see this. I have to, maybe not. Oh, it's not live yet. All right, the RNC. Yeah. I don't have Frank's speech is welcome to sign up. So, I mean, well, I don't have that capacity to sign up on this. So, but people should be able to do it, get out there and hold signs, whether if you got a Trump flag, whether if you got a Biden flag, I don't care what you got. Okay? I don't care what you got. You know what I'm saying? Let people alone. Leave people alone. Let them do whatever whoever the candidate is that they're voting for. People like to go out there and hold flags, but people are afraid. Some, I am. Put a bet on that one. Because you know something? Because you got a lot of Karens and a lot of woke people out there in the world that wouldn't even hesitate to come by and throw something at you. Whether if you got a Biden flag or a Trump flag, they don't care. So either way, that's why I am speaking live, and that's why I have my Trump flag up in my house. So people can see it. Okay. I remember in 2020 when people out there I was in Fairhaven. They were so violent, okay, towards us. Okay, violence to all the conservatives. We wasn't violent towards them, but they were violent towards us, and they blamed us. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we support a candidate, we back a candidate, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we don't need no more violence in our country anymore. The violence has got to stop. So, whether you like Trump in office or not, Okay? The violence has to stop. Okay? Because it's actually not good for the country. It's not good for anybody anyway. You saw what happened on a live stream. You saw what happened to Trump because of people being obnoxious and stupid and being hateful to a candidate that they don't even know, only know him because he's a businessman and a real estate agent. You assume that Trump was all this and all that. Where did all that get you? Nowhere at all. That didn't get nobody nowhere. So that didn't get nobody nowhere. His documents been dropped. His court case been dismissed. So where did that get anybody? A shooter tried to take out a former president. Where did that get him? Look where he's laying, in the ground, at 20 years old, for being stupid. New York and outpouring of, let me see this. Oh, wait a second here. This ought to be fun. New York is outpouring of overwhelming patriotism and unawareing love of President Trump floods this nation. Okay? The voting box in November is going to be flooded with numbers for Trump. Where did I get anybody? Nowhere. Being hateful, where did I get you? Nowhere. Guess what? Now Trump's numbers are up, and he's going to be the next president of the United States of America. Okay? It doesn't get you anywhere by being hateful to anybody. Hey, I don't like Biden, but guess what? I'm not hateful towards him. I'm not. My family ain't either. Nobody is. So, because it don't get you anywhere. Hey, I don't like Biden. I vote for Donald Trump. You may not like me because I vote for Donald Trump, which is I don't care if you like me or not. Even if you want to talk, I don't care if you want to talk to me because I like Donald Trump. Because you know what? Because Donald Trump is going to make America great again. We're going to have money in our pockets for everybody. Okay? We're going to have low gas prices. Okay? We're going to have lower food prices. We're going to be able to spend more money for food than we did under the Biden administration. We're going to do more under the Trump administration. When Trump is elected in November 5th, 2024. When he puts out his first executive order. We're going to get our farmers back. Big Pharma's going to be dismissed. We're not going to be paying co-pays anymore.
That isn't true. That is not true.
We'll probably pay about maybe a couple bucks. Okay? We're going to have a little bit more under the Trump administration than we did under the Biden administration. We got Back's the Union. I'm a union worker. We're going to bring back more jobs for people. We're going to bring back more jobs for the younger people. We're going to bring all our industries back from overseas that left here, that the Biden administration took off of us and send it overseas. We're going to bring it all back here. That's what we're fighting for. More money in our pockets and a little bit more to spend on groceries. Every company that the Biden administration took off of us is all going to come back under the Trump administration. We're going to have good fruit. We're going to have our farmers. We're going to have good vegetables. We're going to have nice stuff. And we like nice stuff. So that's what we're going to have. The Biden administration, forget it. I go to the market, I buy bacon. The bacon's all stringy. I have to wait for a sale. I love bacon. I'm a bacon lover. I'm a meat lover. Joe Biden put these pigs on strike. Donald Trump would never put these pigs on strike.
Hey, I'm joking.
I know. We are going to make America great again. And we are, like Donald Trump said, we are going to make America powerful again. And his first executive order, I cannot wait to hear his first executive order when it comes November 5th, 2024, when he's sworn in 2025. Outstanding. We're going to have extra money in our pockets. We're going to be able to go out and do things with our families. I notice so many people don't like what I'm saying. But hey, sometimes people don't like to hear the truth. But this is what I'm talking about. You ought to be happy. Yeah, the young people are going to get an opportunity to get more jobs and make more money. So you ought to be happy. And this is all going to be for our future generations too. So our future generation can have more money and more jobs to go to. And have money in their pockets. And have money to support their families too. This is not okay. People call President Trump a dictator. He's not. Okay? And, you know, we don't call Biden names. And this is why Trump is becoming the next president of the United States. Because by calling people names is not right. By putting people down, saying he did this and did this and did that, you're only making his numbers grow a little bit more. Which is, and you know something? And I want to thank the Democrats. I want to thank you guys, okay, for putting Donald Trump in the White House in November the 5th. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm not mad at you guys, but thank you for putting him in the White House. I just wanted to actually say that because I spoke to my wife about it, and I want to say thank you for raising his numbers up, raising Trump's numbers up, and putting him in the White House. Because people are hateful. You're hateful. You know, and you hate to see somebody do good. You rather hate somebody doing good than hate somebody doing bad. Like President Biden. The worst president ever. So now that is the worst president ever. Donald Trump is not. Donald Trump is a businessman. He's a businessman. And you ought to be happy because he's the one that's going to bring all the businesses back here from overseas. He's the guy that's going to bring all those business industries back here. Remember that. He's the guy that's going to do it. Because you want to know why? Because he knows how to do it. And by him being a businessman, that's what business people do. Running the nation is a business. Biden runs this whole nation as his piggy bank. Him and Kamala Harris. So JD, his VP, Donald Trump's VP, they're going to make a good team together. And they're going to put this whole nation right back on track again. But again, thank you very much for bringing Donald Trump's numbers up and putting him back in the White House again. Wow. I never thought I'd say that. Well, you know what? We're not hateful people, man. We're not. This country is not. We don't hate anybody. We love people, and that's why we fight for what we get. We don't. I don't only fight for myself. I fight for my grandkids. My grandkids are growing up. Okay? They're growing up. And I'm protecting them. I am surely protecting them. Okay? My grandkids and their future kids too, as well. I want them to know that their grandfather's here to protect them. So that's what I want. That's what I wanted. That's what I'm doing. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing this for my grandkids too. And this is why I do a live video, because my grandkids deserve peace in this world. They deserve the peace. When they grow and when they're older, they probably do what I do. Who knows? They probably will. And you know something? And I hope they do. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're gonna say, "Wow, my grandpa was right straight to the point with everything when he was doing his live videos at home." And they're probably gonna say, "Well, I'm gonna be like Grandpa." I love my grandchildren, and I want the best for them. I want the best for them. My kids, my grandkids, my step grandkids, my step grandson. I want the best for them. I don't want them to live in a world of hate. I want them to live in a world of positive and hang out with positive people. That's how it should be. Never mind walking outside and seeing this person fighting with that person. And wow, look at these. What is this? Kids see this. Wow, gee, is this the world that we are going to live in today? People committing violence, people fighting with each other, pushing each other, punching each other. Is this the world? Is this what we learn? No. We want our grandkids to learn positive things. Not violence on the street or in your neighborhoods. So, remember, teach your kids, teach them what is right and what is wrong. They have to learn. They have to know what is right and what is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the world today is a nasty place. Okay? But talk with them. Teach them a few things. My father taught me. My father already had me prepared for this world, because my dad always told me, he said, "Dave," he says, "I went through everything in this world." I'm like, "Really, Dad? Is that what it is? You went through everything in this? You went through things?" He said, "Dave," he says, "You know, I've watched, riots. I watched all kinds of stuff going on in this world. Learn from it." He told me, "Learn from it," and I learned from it. He said, "You know what?" He said, "Now, well, I'm not here no more." He says, he's gone. So guess what? Now I have to. I'm the one that has to try to make the world a better place to live. And then when I'm not here, my grandkids or my kids are going to have to take over and let them make the world a better place if they want to. You know, I don't like violence. I hate it. I was growing up with it. I don't like violence. I hate violence. Violence is not, a thing, in my life. Okay? Violence, drama, whatever people got going in their lives, I don't like it. I try to ignore that a little bit. But like I said, no more violence in our community no more. No more. We're done with the fighting. We're done with this, he said, she said, this one said this about Donald Trump, or it's annoying. Okay, it's annoying already. Okay, when I'm at work, I don't want to even hear it. Okay, because it's annoying. Okay. Either you vote for Donald Trump or you don't vote for Donald Trump. Stop with the nonsense about everything. Because it's not gonna work anymore. Whether if you like his policies or you don't like his policies. I don't like Joe's foreign policies. I don't like his policies. I don't like his policies, and I don't like him. But I'm not going to talk bad about the guy because he's an old guy. When you start talking bad about Trump, then I'm going to talk bad about Biden. Oh, Biden, Trump did this, Trump did that. Well, people say, Trump did this, Trump did that. Well, look, do you got proof that Trump did all this? Or is this speculation? Or is this stuff already being made up because his last name is Trump and his first name is Donald Trump?
Not Trump, but his first name Donald.
Okay? Or is his first name Donald, his last name is Trump? Biden did worse. Biden did absolutely worse. And the Democrats don't want to admit that he did worse. So, but with the shooting that happened, we shouldn't put blame on anybody. Okay? Because, first of all, Trump had less Secret Service with him. The stage was 60 feet away from the building. How come all that place wasn't even covered? I can't wrap my head around it. And how did the shooter get that AR-15? I don't want to hear no blame. Oh, I don't want to hear Republicans because that's not the answer. I don't want to hear Democrats because that's not the answer. That's why I said we have to let the investigation unfold and let the dominoes fall where they may be. So I don't want to hear the blame game, you know what I'm saying? Because that's baby stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's kids. Let's blame the Republicans. Oh, let's blame the Democrats. I don't want to hear that. Okay? You know what? You want to play the blame game on this one and that for this one and this one, that one. I don't want to hear it. you know, because it's a sickening. It's just the fighting has to stop. Okay, but that's all I got to say today. But I'm gonna go back and read the comments because I know a few people have something they like to say. So kids may have. Let me see. Let me see here. Let me read that because now I got to put on my glasses because there's a lot of things was actually said here today. This is how Democrats and cities and haters and violence is done. Personally, it's right there. And I'm gonna go. Maybe you know what? I'm gonna go to that website because CBB put something up there. But this is what drives people to do violence. Read the article, Dave, and I will. Kids may have autism and are silent, but let's blame. No, you ain't gonna be blaming me. Yeah, okay, Antonio or Anthony or whatever your name is. Blame Dave. You guys are, yeah, you people are just pathetic. At some point, let me go to Stevie, and let me go to Stevie B, and because he's put something out there, and I want to read it, and I like to read it because he always keeps me on my toes, and and on a few things. You know what I'm saying, and let's see. Okay, Stevie B. Let's see what the article says. So we should, search. Come on. All right. Uh, Presidential immunity. Let's see what's going on here. I don't. I see it on here, but I don't see it. Let me see. I see it on here. But you know what? Let me actually open it and let me open it. All right. So I opened it. This is how the Democrats and the cities and haters and violence it's done. Proposably by the. Let me see this. Okay, well I can't open it up because I don't see it here. Pinch humidity. Yes. I can't really open it up because the article is right there. So if anybody wants to read the article, they can. Previously by HGMSN. Oh, wait a second here. Wait. Let me see here. Let me research this. It's no, it should be the Google. Oh God. Let me see here. Personally. Okay. Personally. Dot https www.msn.com/en.
Don't worry about it. It's about 4 minutes for the timer. Yeah.
US slash news slash politic slash how Democrats relentlessly DIALED up violence against Trump. Reviews on how news and favorites and topics on MSN, CNN. Wow. Yeah, well, violence is if anybody wants to look up that topic, they can. But I just don't know anything about that. If anybody wants to look up those topics, they can. You can go to this is how the Democrats, intercities, haters, and violence is done by proposally https://www/msn.com/en US/news NEWS politic POLITICES/how Democrats relentlessly slash DIALED up violence and RHETORIC against Trump before assassination attempt, comparing him to HITLEARBB1PYB9T. So 2 capital B's, 1 I, small p, capital I, small b, p, 9T. Yeah, so if you guys want to look that up, go right ahead. Yeah, so it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? People shouldn't. And I get what Stevie B's trying to say. About kids with autism and area silence and stuff like that. Some kids are silent. The reason why some kids are silent because I live with a kid with autism. Okay, and kids are silent. Some are, nonverbal. Some are, high functioning in autism. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm just talking about the bullying crap that's actually going on. That went on in the school system with that kid. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's not fun, but it's also not the answer to anybody's question. So if you're bullied in school, so does that give you the right to go and grab an AR-15 and go commit acts of violence against anybody? It doesn't. So there's no excuse. I'm sorry, but no excuse, and no excuse whatsoever. You're hiding behind the excuses of everything. Okay, kid, 20 years old, college education, and everything. Come on, please. People they got to stop being haters and start, coming together on these things. You know what I'm saying? Because being a hater is not going to get you nowhere. It's not. And it won't. So we're not blaming. Nobody's going to sit. Nobody's going to be playing the blame game back and forth like a bunch of kindergarten kids. Okay? Nobody's going to be playing that game again. Hey, let's blame the Democrats. Let's blame the Republicans. Let's blame this one. Let's blame that one. Hey, let's blame this one. Let's blame that. Let's blame that president over there. Let's blame the guy in the back of us over here. Stop the blame game, man. That's kindergarten, preschool, childish. You're not in that category anymore. You're not in that category no more. Lovely, but but still, we still have a bunch of 2-year-olds outside that like to argue back and forth, and they're grown-ups, but I call them 2-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I call them 2-year-old babies because, you know why? Because they, you're standing at a bus stop and you're watching 2 grown-ups throwing hands at each other on Corey Street. From Quokeshan to Corey, you're watching people throw hands at each other like a bunch of 2-year-olds that just got out of kindergarten fighting over their pencil or their paper or their lunch, one of the two. Whew. Wow. I never thought in my life that things would get this bad. I never. I mean, I've always thought maybe, hey, you know what? Maybe these things are going to be calm, and we're gonna get by sooner or later. But like I said, always remember, under the Biden administration, you did not have any money. Food prices were high. Gas prices were high. Crime was rising throughout the whole entire nation. Taxes was raised. Big Pharma was raising the prices on medication. Under the Trump administration, you're going to have money in your pocket. You're going to have lower gas prices. People are going to have money, to go out places, to go on vacation, to do things. Remember, young people, we're going to bring back all the companies that went overseas. They're all going to come back over here. Every single company that Biden took off us and brought overseas, they're all going to come back over here. Whether you like it or you don't like it. There is times we can't always get what we want in life. Well, but appreciate what you got before it's gone. Before you don't have it anymore. And I tell that to my stepson, I tell that to my kids, I tell that to my grandkids. Appreciate what you have before it's gone and you don't have it anymore. Because life is too short. Life is too short to argue. Life is too short to fight with people. Or even throw hands at people. I'm not saying not to protect yourself, but life is too short. Enjoy one another while we're here. Enjoy your parents. Enjoy your siblings. I lost my parents. I lost my father. I still have my mother. I lost my 2 sisters and my brother. I lost my uncle. I lost my aunt, my grandmother, my other aunt Amy. I can go on. I'm not bitter. Florida police are investigating after a 23-year-old was injured. Well, I wonder. Wow. Florida police are investigating after a 23-year-old was injured late morning stabbing. And a man was injured after the late morning stabbing on Tuesday, which was today, in Fall River. According to Detective Sergeant Moses Pereira, the unit responded to the intersection of Corey Street and Rubin. That's what that was all about today. Street. In response to a report of a stabbing in the area. Upon arrival, officers located a 23-year-old male victim who sustained a stab wound. He was transported to a nearby trauma center. Pereira told Fall River reporter that his injuries do not appear to be life-threatening. The investigation is ongoing. Wow, that was today. That was right on Corey Street. That was right on Corey Street that stabbing happened. When them two people were fighting, those two adults were fighting. Wow, that was just today.
You can't behave outside.
Yeah. Yep, that was the stabbing. Fall River reporter was on scene on that time. His life appears to be life threatening. Wow. He stabbed him. Imagine that. Unbelievable. That's why I said we cannot have any more violence in this country no more. Let's get all these people out of here. The ones that commit violence, get them the heck out of here. Because we can't be teaching our kids violence anymore. Our kids are picking up things that they never picked up in their lives in this country. Since the Biden administration. Okay? Since the open borders. This is why we have violence in this country. Because of the Biden administration. Open borders policies. We need to close our borders. This is why we have violence in our city, because of people like that Biden administration. Open borders, letting people in here committing acts of violence in our country. That's why we need Trump back in office, to close our borders. To get back to XL pipelines, put people back to work, get this country back to normal the way it was when Trump was in office. Back in 2020. He did a good job. And I will support, I will vote for him, I will hold flags for him, I will support that man. And anybody, okay, that's why we have to get Trump back in office. And I'll do it from live video. We have to get Trump back in office. That's what we have to do. These acts of violence, stabbings, shootings need to stop in here in this country and needs to end. And we need to start with the Biden administration. Get rid of the Biden administration and bring back the Trump administration, so that way we can live good and have positive thoughts and thinking positive for our country, and teaching our kids the right way instead of the wrong way. But So that's how it should be, because we're living in a world of hate people. Well, stabbing on Corey Street today. That's why all those cops were over there. But there was also an accident over there too as well. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow, unbelievable, man. Committing acts of violence. That's why we need to put Trump back in office again. Because that's the only way that this violence is going to stop. And you know something? Instead of catch and release, we want catch and deport. That's what we want. Catch and deport. We want catch and deport. You commit an act of violence in this country, you get deported. And you don't come back here no more. That catch and release is got to end. We want to catch them and lock them up in our prisons. Not catch them and release them to their country. We want to catch them and lock them up in our prison. Catch and deport, catch them and lock them up in our prison. That's what we want. That's what this country should be all about. So take care, everybody. Thank you, Stevie B, for watching. Thank you, Antonio Ponte, Stevie B, and all of you. Thank you for watching. I think please share my video out. Again, my prayers go out to the volunteer firefighter from New York City, the one that was at that Trump rally, and his family. And I hope they're doing okay. You know what I'm saying? And staying strong. You got a brave soul out there. See, this is what Trump does all the time, like this. Yes, Trump 2024, November the 5th. He's going to be your next president of the United States. And take care, everybody. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of the week. I'm still on vacation. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye now.